Hello and welcome to the March 2020 Sunshine Summit. My name is Heather and I am your host. This week, in association with Geeks Rising, we are bringing to you a week of live streams to recognize and celebrate connections. The connections we make have a huge impact on our journeys, and this event brings people together from around the world to recognize and celebrate existing connections and to help provide an opportunity to create new ones. Today is day 3 of the Sunshine Summit for 2020. I am very excited to have our guest today, BlueBettie. She streams on Twitch. She is an amazing community member as well, and she has a lot of fun in her streams, and she always makes everyone feel incredibly welcome. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to BlueBettie. Hey, Betty.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Hi, everybody.
We should start with the traditional greeting.
Waving in Australian. Hi. I do know how to use my arm. This is just what the people like. Hi.
Amazing.
Hi, chat.
Hi. Thank you to everyone who is in the live chat. This is a live stream event. We are streaming at sunshinesummits.live, broadcasting with twitch.tv/sunpowerpod. We'd love for you to come by and join us. If you can't, please catch the replay. They are available to watch afterwards. And Betty, I met you through amazing connections on Twitch. We have mutual connections like Mr. Angry Ducky, who is actually going to join us later today. And I loved what I saw. I think it might have been the Goose Game that you were playing one of the first times that I saw you, and it was just a lot of fun.
Oh, the Goose Game. I love the Goose Game. I wish I could play the Goose Game again without knowing about the Goose Game. It was just such a fun game. And I can't wait until Mr. Angry Ducky plays the Goose Game. Just a delightful game. I remember meeting you, and it was just, who is this woman? She's just so full of happiness and good spirits, and it was a lovely connection that we made via Twitch.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me today.
You're most welcome. I love that you have fun on Twitch, streaming and playing games and just connecting with people who come by and are part of that. You welcome everybody who's there, waving in Australian like you did before. You have amazing ways that people can redeem their channel points when they, hang out with you for long enough to earn some channel points.
Definitely. I do have my crikey economy it's getting a little bit ridiculous at my Twitch channel. When people come and visit me, I wave in Australian. I can also have a crikey redeem, which is too many hats. I've got Bunnings hats and Australia hats. I've got a very tiny cricket bat, and I will turn my camera upside down for people and say crikey a lot, and kangaroos. For today I have a little kiwi and the debut of my wombat. So I do very, very silly things, and I think I need to change how many points my crikey redeems are, because it's constant. It's just constant. I don't know if it's flattering that people have been to my channel so often that they have so many points, or just hilarious that my chat loves to take advantage. And I will be upside down on my camera, like physically upside down, like, defying gravity, and I will get. I think I had 5 crikey redeems at once. So
Wow.
it makes me I feel so much. I feel just so much love from the Twitch community, because I started off streaming just because people bugged me to start. I'm never thinking that anyone would show up to my streams. I always feel absolutely just touched that anybody even comes to talk to me. So I'm just delighted that anyone would be there long enough to get a redeem of anything. So
Aww.
I love every person that comes to visit me. They're all lovely.
Well, that's awesome. You had some hellos in the chat from Tim Geber, Epic Film Guys, Larko waved out.
Oh, hi, Lark. I had the best time playing Murder Party with Larka yesterday. I may have called him an alien a few too many times.
Awesome. That's fun. Jackbox is a fun way to play games online with other people. Yeah, that's really cool that you got to do that. We've got Adam from Oddad watching while making dinner. Thanks for watching. Larko said he met you through either Rags or Ducky, whichever came first.
Probably both. Probably a little bit of both. I am friends with Rags at Can't Stand Up Comedy, and we've been friends since we started modding a Yahoo um, chat channel 17 years ago. So
Wow.
I've, I've known a few people a long time. Internet communities have been a big part of my life. I enjoy collecting people's accents, and I enjoy making connections and keeping them.
That's amazing. That's a long time,
It's a
too.
very long time, and he's a very good friend. So
Cool. That's amazing. Um, welcome to the chat, Mark. So when
hi.
did you start streaming on Twitch?
I started streaming on Twitch about, I think it's 5 months ago now. I did
Okay.
have a break over the bushfire
Yeah.
period at Christmas time, but I think it's about 5 months now.
Okay. Wow. I thought you had been streaming way longer than that for some reason.
No, no, just barely a baby stream. I still have problems with Streamlabs and getting my camera the right way before I even start streaming. So, but I'm very lucky to have so many communities that I'm a part of that support me and help me with all my questions and turn up to my streams. So
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, so you were moderating the Yahoo uh, thing beforehand. You moderate a lot of other communities as well.
I moderate a obscene amount of channels. I currently moderate 15 Twitch channels. I don't moderate all of them full time. I only have a handful, about nine that I moderate. A handful. That's two handfuls that I moderate constantly. Um, but I don't think I could be without them. I love all my communities. I some of the communities that I started moderating, I talk to those people daily. I've talked to them through my own mental health crises or their own. I supported a lot of them through video calls or chat, video, voice chats. I built a lot of connections on Twitch um, that I wouldn't be without now. So I put back just as much as I've gotten from those communities.
Yeah.
But I've met a lot of people waving across Twitch in Australian before I even started my channel. So I have spoken to a lot of, I help a lot of people reach affiliate because I am in a lot of communities. So I've spoken to a lot of people about that process in particular and just how important it is to be available to people and around in Twitch and get to know communities instead of just using it as a platform for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a community as well as something that you can use as a monetary.
Yeah. So that's really important, that element of it. And sort of bringing that awareness to the fact that, reach out and make those connections so that you're not sort of an island on your own, just trying to rely on, I don't know, Christy Cates, who was our very first guest, said not to rely on just the discovery element of Twitch because it may not necessarily
Yeah,
help you or help you very fast. And her story also was like took a community to get to her to partner. So it's helping lots of people get to affiliate and being on that journey and just being a part of Twitch streams and participating and keeping in touch with people and making everyone feel welcome, like just welcoming people when they come in and interacting.
definitely. Uh, if you have ever seen me on Twitch, I am the person that welcomes everybody
Yeah,
to anywhere. I it's to be to be known as a person that is the person that's always there, saying hello, saying welcome back, saying how have you been. I haven't. I was moderating a channel yesterday, and one of the people returned and said, "Hi, it's me. I don't know if you remember me," and I said, "Oh, how have you been? We haven't seen you since December." And the person was like, "How do you even remember that?" I'm like, because I wave to you every time you turn up here. I was worried, where have you been? And it it's just come second nature to me to say hello and do those things. But it's because you see the people all the time. You see their name, you see their chat color, you see that they're waving back at you in Australian from where they're from. They're telling you what's happening in their life, and they're important members of the community. So when you are building up a channel and you've got all the skills, you can play an instrument, you can crochet, you can do backflips, you do body painting, you can play the ukulele, whatever you do, um, it's also a very valuable skill to have either people in your community that are going to support you building a community, or to be available to people as an experience, as a person with feelings, and um, just welcome them and be available across other people's communities, because that discover button on the front page of Twitch doesn't miraculously make dreams happen. Um, the cross communities, especially if you're looking at how where your audience has come from, you can see exactly where that time and effort is returning to
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
it's it's not just numbers, it's people, and those people will return and want to be part of your community.
Yeah. Some people do like to lurk and be in streams, or they're busy and things like that, but just saying hi and making that first step and breaking their ice, making them feel welcome, and that they've, if they do take the first step and say hi or something to let you know that they're in the chat, that's a way that you shine bright that just is incredible. And I really value and wanted to highlight today and part of the Sunshine Summit, because it's something that is really important, I think.
That makes me feel that fills my heart. I've had so many um, conversations with people where they say, I've never felt so included in a community until we came here, and it was over time that I felt like, oh, this is actually not just, it's not a Betty bot, it's people that are including us in the conversation, and you remembering that this is what we're saying, and what's happening. So I I started my Twitch journey at my friend Can't Stand Up Comedy's community, and I've put in a very long amount of moderation hours there. I think it's something like 150 hours, or a very long amount of time with my best friend. It's
Yeah.
not difficult, um, but I've definitely built so many connections with the community there and people there that I wouldn't be without them. So it's lovely to hear that those connections are just as valued on the other side. It's always lovely to hear um, that people are lurking and they come back at the end of your stream and they're like, I can't believe I stayed here so long listening to what was happening. And you're like, I can't believe you did either. Like, why? Thank you so much. And we were just chatting. We weren't doing anything impressive. Thank you so much. Especially when there's so many options on this platform.
Yeah. Mark just mentioned it's a small world after all, and that's because Rags is a part of the podcastage community. Bandrew was a guest yesterday. He is the founder of Podcastage and has that community. I'm one of his moderators there, and I, like you, welcomed in the very beginning. I was the person in the general chat or whatever, and I would welcome everybody. And I think we did have one person who said, why don't you just make it a bot already and like automate it, because it was kind of like a robotic thing, except it was me making the
It's not
effort
the
to type
same.
out hello.
Not the same.
But the thing is that since then, I don't have to do that necessarily anymore. And I unfortunately haven't had a lot of time to hang out there, which I miss a lot because it's an incredible community. But the fact that other people, that's like the culture now, and like everybody welcomes everybody that comes in, which is actually a little bit off putting sometimes, because it's like, whoa, we've been hit with like all of this welcome. We just.
27 people just said hello.
Yeah. um, but Rags is a part of that community, and we got to know him, and just it's amazing that you're connected with him. We're connected with him in that way, and as part of this, they've made that connection that you guys are connected. So
There you
connected.
go. It is for a platform that is something like 14 million strong or something. It is a very small community, and you definitely see people that you've seen before, people that know people. I wouldn't be without my friendship with Rags. He's uh, some very long emotional conversations, some very long hilarious conversations, across world. Never met him, but yeah, a very, very good friend.
Cool. That's awesome. Um, Nick from Epic Film Guys said, it is always wonderful when a streamer and audience are so simpatico, so in sync or things. The Mark said it genuinely is. That's where streaming really sparkles for me. The interaction, as limited as it is, coupled with community, is huge. Because it's still kind of a little bit distant in that terms that we're here and like we can see and talk to each other, but the people in the chat, they've got to rely on the text and the delay that we respond and all of that stuff. But it's still something, and I really, it's cool that we have that opportunity to connect with people in that way. Rags is a great bloke from Tim Gabur. Larko upvotes that one.
It's good to hear. He is a very good bloke.
Yeah. And Andrew said the same. Rags is a real stand-up guy. Stand-up
Aww,
comedy.
guys.
Love it. Prolificate.
I love him.
Yeah. Prolificate was in the chat. I'm not sure if you're still there. He said g'day.
Thank you. G'day.
G'day. And he also asked if you wouldn't mind sharing some accents, if you had any accents.
I'm not very good at accents. I love other people's accents, but I'm not very good at it. It's mostly just, crikey, look at this beauty, and very bad Kiwi accents. It's really not good.
You should do those. Because we should compare, because we're here. We should do that.
It's not. No, I can't. I can't. It's terrible. It's really bad. It only ever happens when I hold the Kiwi in my stream, and then it happens. It's accidental. It's accidental blasphemy. It's terrible. Beach is bro. It's terrible. Morning. Don't tell me to do that. That's terrible.
Hey, morning. Welcome. Cool Mark D said, crikey, I'm dying.
Crikey. I'd usually do it upside down with 3 hats on, so it's terrible. My chat is lovely, and I love them all, but those crikey redeems, the price needs to go up, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Mark has also said, want a chip, bro?
Want a chip, bro? Oh, no, bro, want a chip? No, Fosh and chops. I can't do it. It's just terrible. Don't make me. It'd be just offensive to the whole of the lovely community from New Zealand. I would never do that. I would. I probably would.
I have a fun thing that there's a book called Kiwi Speak. There's probably books on Australian slang and stuff, but there's one on Kiwi slang. And
probably it.
Yeah. But I recorded in my voice, since I do podcasting and stuff, an audio track of me reading out the Kiwi slang, and it made a couple of people laugh out loud a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
I should try. I should try some of that.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
Yeah.
Got a loo roos in the top paddock. No, crikey. Got a loo roos in the top paddock. No, don't. Don't. I do these things. Don't. I'm not looking at anything morning rights anymore.
But on the note of crikey, though, I say that a lot. Like
I never say crikey ever. It's only a redeem.
I always say it.
You're more Australian than me.
Australian at heart. I have a green balloon here, and the green and gold Australian represents today.
Tams. I don't even have Tams here. I have found my Bunnings hat. If anyone has been to my channel recently, I lost it. I was devastated that I lost it, and I found my Bunnings hat.
So glad you found it.
I was devastated. That's as Australian as I get.
Yeah. But you make it fun, and that's part of that engagement and just that experience that people have when they're with you. That's how people connect with you as well, and I love that. I love that you do that. What is one of the things that made you said that people wanted you to start streaming?
I did. I had something like 39 followers before I started streaming.
Awesome.
You need 50 to reach affiliate, and it was lots of egging on from lots of the channels that I moderated. I did a lot of Discord videos before I started because I get extremely anxious before I start every stream. I enjoy streaming, and I enjoy seeing all my friends come and visit me, because I feel like every person that comes and visit me is just delightful, and they've taken their time to come and spend it with me. So I'm just ecstatic that anyone would come and visit me. So it's great once it gets started, but I do often get very, very anxious that I'm going to go live. So I had quite a few followers before I started streaming, and it took a long time for me to get started. And a lot of people just constantly asking me and just making jokes at my expense. Um, but I did have a lot of people supporting me, and from the different communities that I moderate in. So yeah, if anybody is the epitome of community involvement, that's me on
Yeah, it is.
Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's awesome that that community's behind you also, and it's not just a one-way street too.
No, they're always behind me. I support a lot of people. I get a lot of Discord messages and Twitch messages, and I it's definitely two ways, but they're always there at
Cool.
any time that I need them. So
That's incredible. Yeah. Um, how?
it's my husband.
Oh,
Hello, Mr. Betty. How
hello,
are
Mr.
you?
Betty. I'm normally off to the side when home, so in
He's
the
never
video.
home.
Oh,
Yeah, he's usually over there when I'm streaming.
that's cool that like streaming is you're supported in streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, um, sometimes it can be a challenge for people who do creative things that are a little bit different than I don't know. It's good that you have support for what you do
I
and
do.
enjoy.
I have two small children as well, and they're always excited. What did you do today?
Oh,
What shirt did you wear when you did your streaming? This is their favorite, Bulbasaur, because he's upside down like me, an Australian, and they're always very excited that have you got 1 million followers yet? No, not quite. Children, they're very supportive. I'm very lucky to have so much support.
that's cool. Andrew said that's so amazing that your kids are super excited about your streaming.
Super excited. Like I'm some sort of YouTube superstar. They're very excited. They're hugely excited.
Yay. Um, does anyone in the
Not quite, Mark.
oh sorry.
It's all right.
I see.
Coolness.
Yeah, yeah. Um, uh, does anyone have any questions for Betty, or if you've been a part of Betty streams, would you like to share some of your highlights that you've had being a part of that? Just or anything else. I think that like I said, you do an amazing job of making connections. It's really, you are shining bright on Twitch and the communities that you're a part of. That's what this Sunshine Summit is all about. And it's about sort of shining the light on you to share that with more people. And you've given great sort of insight into sort of the behind the scenes of that journey and things to think about too if it was someone else starting their journey or on their journey. Being a good member of other communities, and that it takes support to reach those goals that you might have when you're on Twitch, like reaching affiliate or partner or whatever else you
Yes.
have.
I've yet to find anybody that if you ask a serious question on how to get started on Twitch that hasn't just been helpful. I don't know if it's the waving in Australian, but everybody has been helpful to other new streamers. They have answered questions. They've um, helped me with any questions I have about how to use the software, or where I should do community engagement, or how to set up discords, or just everybody has been, it's just been the loveliest community building experience that I've been involved in. I came to Twitch at a time when my mental health was on a lower point. I wanted to connect with my friend Rags because he was starting his new Twitch channel, and I was happy to support him. And I've just had so many great experiences of building communities, getting support, supporting other people, and I really think if you get involved and ask questions, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Uh, is that behind the name BlueBettie on your?
I I've had the name BlueBettie for like 20 years
Oh,
now.
cool.
So at the time it was just because my computer was was blue
Okay.
and large. Um, but I have had um, mental health issues for a while now. I'm happy to talk about them and talk to other people about their mental health issues. I'm not a therapist by any means, but there's a seems to be a lot of people that on Twitch that are feeling a lack of connections or feeling a need for support or just wanting to talk to people and feel like they're involved in the moment and they can be themselves.
Yeah, I know that Rags does that a lot with his community in his streams as well. Um, he has a lot of people open up and share things, and just I think the connection people find there find that incredibly valuable.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of sharing that has happened in a lot of the streams that I moderate for. Rags does a really good job of it. I probably have ended up in a lot of really good communities because I've been in the streams that he has been in. So I also moderate for Bumper Ducky's channel. She does a lot of um, mental health things because she's studying to be a psychologist. She also does lots of music and community involvement. I also am in another channel, which is the other Greg. He does a lot of mental health. Like I'm in a lot of mental health channels. I also do moderation for people that make donuts and different things, like different sorts of things. But the people that I moderate for that do mental health are very good at connecting and sharing and being available to their community. So I've had lots of good examples.
That's cool. You mentioned before we came here today that Bamparaki is one of your most important connections in a way as well. I was just wondering if you could share a little bit more about that.
When I started moderating for Rags, we did a lot of things in the community, and his community does a lot of on-stream things. And when I moved to Bumper Ducky's community, they do a lot of things, or at the time, they did a lot of things that were off-stream. So they did a lot of things on stream that were fun and cool and musical, but off stream, they would do a lot of Discord chats and um, they would have long conversations that were not bound by the rules of Twitch so much, so people could be more open and share with people. So there would be like open ended conversations daily with people from all around the world. It was easy to build connections and share that things that were going on in people's lives. So Twitch is a place where you can find these communities, and Discord is another place where a lot of these communities grow even more exponentially than they do on Twitch. So none of none of the conversations that occurred were, of course, monitored by therapists or
Yeah.
anything like that. None of them were in any way triggering or like most of them are lighthearted. Some of them were played with games and things like that, but to be in a place where I was self isolating because of my PTSD and um, not feeling connected with people, to build a relationship with other people and just feel like I was valued in that community and then return that to others without feeling like I was being judged was invaluable. So um, I, I am her moderator now. I wasn't at the time, and her community is always um, very positive for anything that's occurring with people's mental health or anybody that needs some additional support with their anything that's going on in their life, even if it's not mental health. They're always buzzing and busy
Yeah.
over there.
That's an incredible thing that there is a place like that, that there is so much going on, and that you felt that from that. Uh, it's very difficult when you're self isolating to pull out, like get out of that and come back and reconnect. So to to be able to do that is just amazing, and then to be able to shine bright. There's a quote, something like about the people who shine the brightest. It's interesting to think about what darkness they've come through to get to how bright they shine. And the mental health thing is something that I think is a connection that we have, though like I do my sunshine episodes of my podcast, which have a well-being theme to them. I'm not a therapist or trained in anything like that either, but it's just to help sort of connect with themes of well-being and being uplifted in that. And it's very important to me because I struggle with it a lot. I also self-isolate. I don't, when I struggle with things, that's my coping mechanism. But the other way that I cope is to shine bright and lift other people up, because that helps me lift out of my darkness and move forward in
I
the world.
I loved that about our connection that we made, because I felt instantly like a weight had been lifted when I met you, and that was what I received from our connection.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's, you're welcome, and it's truthful. take my friendship.
Take mine. Have it back.
Fine. All right. Never mind.
Yeah, that's good.
But it is amazing that something that can be as a throwaway as some of the silly things that are on Twitch can also be as deep as some of the connections that I've made with people here.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat, Crispy. Crispy's in the UK.
Hi, it's quite late for you. You up past your bedtime?
Yeah. Bumper Ducky is also in the UK. Is that correct?
She is. She always stays up past her bedtime, so
Oh.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Cool. There's a prompt for Luke to do some streaming. So I will be in Luke's streams when he streams. Most definitely.
You should.
Yeah.
If you are not, if it's something that you want to try, definitely give it a whirl, because what is there to lose? You don't even have to keep the VOD, so it's just live. See how it goes. Invite your friends.
We'll do it live. Yeah. And Tim said same. Got to support my hubby. There's a running thing about Tim and news. Sorry, Tim.
You can have online husbands. You have like lots of them. Support everybody. Love and support your internet friends, because that's why we're here.
Yeah. I want to just ask you or what your thoughts are on like internet friends. Okay. So to me, they are just as important as in-person connections that we have, that we can actually be very physically close to, location-wise or geographically wise. What are your thoughts?
I've had so many people tell me that internet friends, because like it even needs the word in front of it, aren't friends. And I would not be without my friendship that I've had with Rags. Some of the darkest times in my life, and I know some of this is going to make me really upset. I know some of the darkest times that I've shared with him in his life, I couldn't have done them without speaking to him. So just the thought that because we've never been in the same place, that our friendship isn't real it's painful to think of.
Yeah.
Every connection that I've made with friends on this platform means the world to me. The people that come into my chat, I tell them that I remember them and that I value their presence in my chat, and I do, because they don't have to be there. There's so many options on this platform, and I just want people to feel valued and welcome. So, internet friend or sitting next to me, putting their finger in my ear friend, they all mean a lot to me.
Yeah. Nick from Epic Film Guys agrees. Internet friends are 1,000% or 10,000% friends. I have amazing friends I've met, especially in the podcasting community, and that's amazing.
Sometimes you can share things with people that aren't physically present that you couldn't share with somebody that's right there, because it's just so raw. So
yeah,
I feel like every friendship is really valid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tim said my internet friends mean every bit as much to me as my nearby friends.
Yeah. just friends, man. Just friends.
Yeah, same. And that's what Crispy said. Internet friends equal friends, of course. And he opens up gradually like you do in real life. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I have another friend called Kate, and she calls them pocket friends because she's able to take them in her pocket and her on her phone.
That's great. That's a really good thing to call
Yeah,
internet friends.
yeah, and like I love that with being around the world, where different friends are available at different times. So people who might be asleep when I'm crazily awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, there might be someone else around the world who is awake at 3 o'clock in the morning because it's not a crazy ridiculous time.
Or if they're half of my friends, they don't sleep anyway.
Ah,
So
okay.
I seem to have a lot of friends that are insomniacs. I don't know how that happens.
What is sleep?
Baby, don't hurt me. I don't know.
Funny.
I know some people find it easier to make friends online, Larko. So if it's a friend that it's online and that friendship means something to you, then be happy you found it.
Yeah. One I would say, and Laco, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but one of Laco's good friends is Ducky, who will be here later. So,
Ducky is an awesome friend to have.
yes.
You're lucky to have Ducky.
Yeah.
Ducky is I am happy to say Ducky is my friend, and if he doesn't think so, then I will get angry at him. He's a very good friend.
I don't think he would say that.
He's a very good friend to have.
He is, yeah.
I sing a lot, Luke, who's live. I just don't sing well.
The best duck we've got in the
He's
chat,
the best
definitely.
duck.
We've got comparisons of what friend's character are you? Mark
Oh,
might be Chandler.
totally Phoebe. I'm Phoebe all the way. Get distracted, do some singing, make bad analogies. That's me.
At one point in my life, I was very much a Monica, and I imagine that people would probably be able to pick that out, but I feel like I'm more of a Rachel.
Oh, well, that's growth, I think.
That's good.
Not that Monica's something bad. Just I feel like live a little.
Yeah.
Live a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I hope you
I've
had a
got real tears here.
yeah,
Real
same.
tears talking about my friendships.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's been a real celebration today, and that's what this is about. And that's amazing to do that. And shout out the people that have been there and important for you, and let other people know about them, and celebrate with everyone who's here with us live. That's what it is. Good to have feel good moments and a place to do that, especially at the moment.
Especially at the moment. It's been a crazy everything for Australia, New Zealand, the world. So it's good to have people that you can lean on
Mhm.
and love and talk about as friends.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, not so busy. Thanks for the love.
I love that emote. So that's a lovely emote.
um, just going to some other questions. Do you have someone who has? We've talked about rags and we've talked about bumper duggy, but has anyone had a huge, a different kind of an impact on your journey on Twitch, like or in life that has helped get you to where you are today?
Oh well, I always have to shout out to my husband who, even though he's never here, um, logs in to see me on Twitch or calls me at hours that are not useful to me at all, but it's always supporting me, always telling me jokes, always sending me pictures. It is absolutely my best friend. I have been with my husband now for 14 years,
Cool.
and um, relationships are difficult, but growing together as people is an easy choice. So he's, I love him a bit, you know.
Oh.
When things are difficult and you have mental health struggles, people don't have to grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so to have relationships and friendships like that is always valuable. He's all right. I'll keep him.
That's good. That's good. It was good to see him in the chat earlier as well. That was
He's
amazing.
working now. He should be working, so he
Okay.
shouldn't be here. Um, as for people that I've met on Twitch or other people, other streamers that I've met on Twitch or people that I appreciate and value, you should get a husband, Lucas. Life, they're all right. Um, I saw Morning in the chat before,
Yeah.
who I met through a friend of a friend of a friend, his friend, my friend, Rags's friend, um, and it's an unexpected friendship. Hi, Morning, um, that is Udinal, Unchosen, Rags. We can name all the people, but it's not really important. Um, it's just so strange to find friendships that delight you and um, anger you at the same time. And be supported by people that don't have to support you for any reason. Hi, Rags. I was just crying about you. Welcome to the chat. Um,
My makeup's gone all because
so
we love you, Rags.
we love Rags. Everybody in the
Wait,
chat loves
this one?
Rags. Are you, this
This.
one? Like this?
I'm
It's
sorry.
not the pinkies. It's
It's
not the
not the
pinkies.
pinkies? Okay, it's
It's
this
never
one.
the pinkies. But if you do it with the pinkies, Rags likes it because it makes him giggle. Just do the pinkies. It's cute.
I
I
don't know.
can't do the pinkies. It's not.
It's like
You
tea,
can't do it.
pinkies. Sorry.
I can't do the pinkies. So I've met some people from Twitch, um, who are my followers or my friends or my
Community?
moderators, my community. It seems so weird to say those things as an internet celebrity and beloved Australian,
Yes.
of course. And it's an odd sensation, but I've talked with Morning a few times about meeting him in person, and it's not even a question. I can't wait to meet him and harass him in person. And um, the other people that I've met on Twitch and value how much they've put into my channel or how much that they've given back to me in friendships is the other Great, which is another channel that I moderate for, who's always available for his community and has. Hi, Rags. We talked about you already. You're too late to the party. Um, and just goes above and beyond to be there for every person that could possibly need it. If people, as a person that is going through his own mental health struggles, it's hard to imagine any a person that is so giving to other people and to feel love from a person that's never met you is it, it, it's a very generous emotion.
Yeah.
So I am beyond supported on the platform of Twitch. I've found all my good luck in one place and I'm holding on to it.
Good. That is good. And I'm so glad that we connected and I get to be part of that and ride along with you because it's amazing. um, shout out to Rags. Hey, Rags. I'm so glad that you made it. And YouTube admin is in the chat.
Yeah, YouTube admin it is awesome. And I met YouTube admin in my donut community. YouTube's awesome.
Cool. That's exciting. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And Ramrod, welcome. I just wanted to also say about the other Greek. You play, which is amazing, weekly D&D.
I do play weekly D&D with the Other Greeks channel. I've never played D&D before in my life, and it's impossible not to be involved in his community. So it's just constant. Please do something with me. Please come here. Please turn up. Please do. So yeah, I now play D&D.
And when do you play D&D?
I play D&D on Fridays in Australian, but American time zones are changing. So
Yes.
it's currently at 9:30 on Fridays in Australia in the morning, and it goes all day.
That's amazing.
It goes all day in D&D, and I play a bard. Um, I have a ukulele I can't play. Um, all my things here at my fingertips. I spend too much time on the computer, guys. Um, I have won competitions in my D&D campaign.
Cool.
I have pets. I have gold. I have just. I'm so success in D&D. I'm so success. I didn't think that putting so many hours into what is it? What do they call it? Illusions of the mind, or
Ah.
whatever they call it, would be quite as fun and hilarious as it is. So
Do you know though? I think that's an incredible thing about D&D, and I wish I'd found it earlier as a kid because I haven't, and it's more like in the recent times that I knew of D&D, but I'd never played it, and I am actually learning slowly to play and things as well. Not online, not live, and
it
yeah,
it seems like such a big learning curve, and it's not if you have people that are willing to support you. It's it's not that hard to get started.
no, but it's this incredible opportunity for storytelling and for creating and just imagining and getting immersed in this world that you create with other people. And how cool is that? Like,
It is very cool, and they use it as therapy now, so that people can um, you explain their emotions and work through things in a world that is safe
yeah,
outside of their own. So there's things that you can um, work through that you couldn't work through just sitting at your computer. In D&D, it rocks, man.
yeah,
It's totes cool. It's not
totes.
just for nerds. It's totes cool.
Yeah. Did you watch Stranger Things?
I've never watched Stranger Things. I've zero amount of D&D
Cool.
toe dippage in before now. Zero. Absolutely none.
That's awesome. I think that that was just one pop culture thing that I could think of from recently that helped make it a little bit more.
I've got dice. I've got everything. I'm all the way in on D&D
Awesome.
now.
Can I slightly sidetrack for just a segment here? But you have some amazing things in your background there, the Funko Pops, and
I do have a lot of pops.
yeah,
I have a lot of pops. I enjoy the poppage. Um, it's mostly drag queens
cool.
and um, characters from Kingdom Hearts. So,
Oh wow,
oh, and Doctor Who. There's Doctor Who here too.
Doctor Who hype. Oh, that.
Doctor Who.
Thank you. That's a lot.
There's possibly 26 there, but I don't count them.
That's okay. How
I,
long have you
I
been
can,
collecting them for?
um technically I don't collect them. They get gifted to me.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's amazing.
but I do ask very loudly for the ones
Oh,
that I want.
yes, that helps. People,
I
if people know what you want, it helps.
love Doctor Who, the
Oh,
13th Doctor,
yeah.
and Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a video game series. It's very important, and I love RuPaul's Drag Race. So there's lots of
Cool.
yeah. So I'm extremely nerdy.
That's
But
a
I have been collecting them possibly 2 or 3 years now.
cool.
So that's some more Kingdom Hearts, which is a Disney franchise that has Final Fantasy characters in it as well. But I haven't played Final Fantasy.
You
I,
what?
I just
You haven't?
no, I just enjoy Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
I'm a very strange nerd.
j-
I'm a very strange nerd.
whatever you enjoy, Betty, that's the main thing, and you have fun, and that's all good. And there'll be people who enjoy it with you, and yeah,
I'm sure I could start tomorrow and enjoy it.
cool.
I just haven't.
Oh, I have one, just so that we can.
Oh, I have that one somewhere. Oh, but he's still in his box.
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
he's with. I know. I
oh,
have a one with Rocket.
Rocket, awesome. So, this is Groot, and
Groot's the best.
Groot is the best. And yesterday, I had because it was my birthday yesterday, and my sister made me an amazing Groot cake.
It was so good. It was beautiful. I
Thank you.
loved the picture you posted. It was. I don't know how you even cut into it. I would cry, but it looks delicious.
Yeah, that made up for cutting into it. Groot hype.
Groot hype.
Liberty Dude said about the Funko Pops, have to take them out of the box and play with them.
No, you can't. You can't take them out of their box. They have to stay there forever. It's going to keep talking because it's a bop it.
I wanted one of those.
Why don't you just rest for a bit?
I have a lot of nerdy things. There's more Groots up here. No, I won't get my Groots down. There's a lot of Groots and board games. So many board games up here.
That's cool. I'm glad that we have a
love board
connection on
games.
Groot too. Yay! Thank you very much for the birthday wishes.
Them out of the box. I refuse.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, Mr. Betty. That's amazing. Singing Groot. That was the one that you just showed us.
This is Bop It.
Bop
I
It.
have more Groots. I have more. I have more Groots. There's so many more Groots. There's so many nerdy things over here, guys. So many.
That's cool.
A lover of pop culture.
That's cool.
Not sports, as I always get in trouble for. I don't love sports. Never know anything about sports or what's happening unless Australia's winning, because everyone tells you when Australia wins, and you're like, "Go Australia!" But if they're not winning, I don't know what's happening. Which ball is it?
I had a job. I have a job.
Just one job.
When I had a different job than I have now, my boss at the time took us to the Rugby World Cup, which was here in New Zealand, and it happened to be the game that we went to was Australia versus Ireland, and my boss was Australian, and Australia didn't win that one.
Oh no!
And
yeah. Yay, Ireland!
Ireland, woo!
Your poor boss.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone who is in the US or another time zone right now that's celebrating that today and in the future. But yeah. Luke said this just in here. They had a job. Wow.
One job. Exciting. I've had jobs too.
Cool.
Just not right now. Jobs.
You
Everybody
too. You have important jobs that you do that take up time and that you put a lot of passion and energy and drive into and make the very best out of. So
you're too nice. You're too kind.
Nope. It's what it is.
Thank you. I'll accept that.
Good.
Because you're so aggressive with it. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I should accept it. So I should.
I find it very hard to take compliments. So I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's no problem. This has gone so well. Thank you. You've been lovely.
Oh, well, thank you. Like I said, I love what you do. Wanted to shine a light on that today. I appreciate all the time and effort that you put in everywhere for everyone, and just how wonderful you make me feel and other people feel. The fun that you have, and that you managed to get to here and to be streaming on Twitch and sharing that with everyone.
I'm getting that, Timga. I'm getting that. That's exactly what's happening here. Aggressively nice. I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Thank you. That's a lovely thing to say.
I
feel very appreciated.
Good. For anyone who doesn't already, please go and check out what Betty does when she streams. It would be amazing to do that. You can find her on twitch.tv/BlueBettie. We have her socials. Well, sorry, the contact there link thing to follow. There's been shout outs in the chat of the stream, which is amazing. Thank you very much for doing that. I think Nick in there. Yeah. Just thank you for being here and part of it today.
You're welcome. I think we did so good. Like, I was so nervous, and you've made me feel so welcome. Okay. So you did the good job today of the waving. I didn't even have to. Like, I feel welcomed. This is what it is. Thanks.
Can I ask you a question before we go?
Oh, all right.
Okay. There might be two, but one mainly. You have a tattoo on your wrist.
I do.
Can you tell me about that? Or not?
I tell everybody that it says tranquility.
Okay.
But really, it's off the side of Serenity from the Firefly movie.
Really? Wow.
But I was too embarrassed to tell anybody that I'm an enormous nerd. and that's what I have tattooed there. But I used to tell people that it says tranquility, and if I get too um, anxious and stressed, I can just tell myself to calm down. But it's the name of the ship, Serenity,
Yeah.
from the Firefly movie.
I love Firefly and the Serenity movie. That's so amazing.
I took my father to see it, and my father is an absolute hardest man to make happy in the entire world. He's Irish, and everything is 9 out of 10. Everything is just a little bit not right, and he loved it. We went together as grown-ups, and he said that's the best movie he's ever seen, and
Whoa.
it's touched my heart. So
Yeah.
I got it tattooed on my wrist.
That's incredible. That is so cool. I had a question for the streams, if we ever got there, was what kind of TV show would you like your life, like science fiction type TV show or TV show in general, would you like your life to be? And my prepared answer for that was Firefly, because I really loved that series, and it was a shame that there was only one season of it, and I have the DVDs and all of that.
It's a
But
huge shame.
yeah, but which character would you be from Firefly?
I love grumpy characters, so I would say Jane because it just seems off-brand to me. But I have a thing for like old school Tinkerbell and
Oh, cool.
for Jigglypuff and Marvin the Paranoid Android. So Jane, it's my soul. I'm delightful and angry. It's me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Jane. Jane, man. They're called Jane.
That I would not have picked that, but that's amazing.
It's probably not true to character, but that's where I want to be in life. With the hat on and just angry at the world.
Cool. I see myself as a Kaylee. Just
I'm probably more Kaylee, but I want to be a Jane so badly.
Tim said I'm a total wash.
Wash. Oh, my heart.
And
Wash
Mark.
is lovely.
Yeah, Mark said wash. Bandrew said Firefly is so good.
So good.
Tim, Firefly was gone long before its time. Luke said castle. That was something that he was in.
Good.
Yeah.
That was a good spin-off from Firefly.
And Liberty said that you don't only like it because they didn't produce enough of them to ruin it like the others do.
Oh, that's a hard call because I would watch more even if they ruined it. I'd be there.
Yeah.
Maybe not a reboot.
No. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
I don't know either.
Yeah. That's amazing that is your tattoo. I didn't know that story. And I see it on time when you like wave and things, and I just wanted to ask. And I recently or last year I managed to get one also, so I have a tattoo.
I remember we were talking about it.
On my wrist, which is this way. It looks like a fairy walking that way with her foot. I don't know if anyone can see on the stream. And the other way, if you're looking it up the other way, it's a butterfly flying. So, yeah, it's something that I made way back when I was in high school, designed in class instead of paying attention. And
They're the best tattoos.
yeah,
I have another tattoo on my leg, but I'd have to take my pants off. Not now. Maybe
Okay.
later.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I had a good time. I'm really grateful that we actually got to hang out this way, in a video call, and share all of your amazing connections and connect and make connections with other people who know Rags, for example, and Ducky and everything like that. So thank you for being a part of the Sunshine Summit, Betty.
Welcome. Thank you for asking me. It was very flattering. And I'm so glad it went so well. I was so nervous.
Oh,
Shouldn't have been nervous talking to you. Ever.
yeah.
Thank you.
Ducky said you'd be amazing, didn't he?
He's too kind. But yes.
And he was right, though. So.
He's always right.
Yeah.
I should just listen to him.
We'll get aggressively positive again. Cool.
Thank you.
That's all right. And I just want to, hopefully, here is special thanks today to everyone who was here. Our stars today, thank you for supporting the stream. We had our moderators, Dopeness Monster, Epic Film Guys Nick, Larko, Luke Who's Live, Bandrew from Podcastage, The Eldest Bro, Tim Gabur. Thank you. And to everyone who was in the live chat, it was awesome to see Morning and YouTube admin and Mr. Betty and Liberty Dude and everyone else as well. Mark, Ramrod. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. But yeah, we love you. Thank you so much. And until next time, be empowered by nature.